Hi guys, we went live today from Costa Rica on Happy Half Hour, but unfortunately we had a little bit of a tech issue and it couldn't post. So we're here to tell you the story that we shared today on Happy Half Hour. It's a My Saint, My Hero story, and yeah, let's just jump into it. So basically, it was really cool because it's kind of a journey to get here to this spot in Costa Rica that we're at right now. We had to fly into San Jose, and my parents actually flew from LA to San Salvador to San Jose, and then you take a little hopper plane, prop plane, to Tambor. And in that little hopper plane airport, we're all sitting there and we're getting snacks, and we had a little bit of a layover. It was like a 4-hour layover, and it's just one little gate, so we're doing as much as we can in there to try and keep ourselves entertained. And right behind us there was this row of people sitting, and a girl, I noticed, I was like, Mom, that girl has a My Saint, My Hero bracelet on. I swear that's a My Saint, My Hero bracelet. She goes, no, it must be something else, you're not looking at it right. And I was like, I swear to God, that's a My Saint, My Hero bracelet. And she goes, I can't tell. Next thing you know, I'm in the little snack shack getting a dark chocolate bar, because that's my favorite. And she goes over to the lady, and I'm like, what the heck, I want to go over there. So you can tell her what,
yes,
tell them what you heard.
A lot of times when I go over to see if it really is a My Saint, My Hero bracelet, I'll just grab their hand, and they're like, wait, what are you doing? And I just said, thank you for wearing this. I noticed right away it was a blessing and faith, as Ellie noticed. And so I just said, thank you for wearing this. And she immediately told me, she said, I'm a second grade teacher, and 2 years ago, one of my students gave it to me. And so it was so impactful because it really meant so much. She said, because when he gave it to me, he said, I just want to say thank you. You're a blessing in my life. And so for a little kid to say that, she said, and it really impacted me. And I put it on my wrist, and I haven't taken it off since. And it kind of reminds me of him, of just the blessing that we all are, and the blessing for her as a teacher. And that's what I love the most about these bracelets, is everybody has a story as to who gave it to them, why they mean something to them. It's almost like a memory maker. And when you look down, you remember exactly that moment. And so it was fun. And here we were in the Costa Rica, San Jose airport.
I know, it's so crazy because it starts out like you think, only the people in your circle are going to be wearing them. And then we're in the middle of a different country flying to Costa Rica, and we see somebody with a bracelet on. And it's just so cool because it allowed us to connect that day, allowed us to talk to her. I found out she's actually from Dallas, which is super cool. She's going to come by and hopefully see our little location there.
And it's also like a conversation starter, but Ellie, how you always say, it's kind of a community.
It is a community.
The minute that you see that on somebody, it gives you something to talk about. And a gal came into our boutique in San Pedro the other day. Her name was Sarah, and she's going through a rough time in her life. She's going through a divorce, and that's not anything that anybody wants, right? And she just kept praying, God, just let all the pieces fall into place. And as she was choosing a lawyer, it was hard for her. She didn't want to have to do this, but you have to, right? So somebody recommended this gal to her, and she went in and she was just praying, gosh, let this be the right person that's just amicable. She didn't want to fight. She just wanted to get this done in the most peaceful way that she could. And she wanted God to guide the way. And as she sat down to talk to this lawyer, she looked at her wrist, and what did she have on? She had a blessing bracelet on. And in that moment, she said it just was that connection point that took away all of her fear and let her just connect with this lawyer on this level of faith. And she said it really brought her hope. And it let her transition from this place that could be fearful and a little scary to this place of, she's got my back. Like, we're coming from the same core. We're on the same page. So I just thank you all for wearing My Saint, My Hero. I thank you for the community that you have created and that I'm part of. And it's super fun.
And hopefully this story was a little bit inspiring for you guys today. I'm sorry that our live didn't post.
Maybe we do have to say about the saint of the day.
We can say.
Yes, you have to.
So Saint Isidore is the saint of the day today. Amy, do you want to share about Saint Isidore?
Well, I do. Like you said, Ellie, when you were doing it on the live, it was so amazing. And it's kind of crazy that the technology didn't work, because Saint Isidore is the patron saint of technology. So
pray for us, Saint Isidore. Yes. We need it.
We always need it, and all of us do. And there's so much good that comes from technology these days that we could just share stories and amplify God's love. And Saint Isidore was a saint from way back when. He really understood that you needed to have technical knowledge and also combined with spiritual knowing. So he really knew that your knowledge was only as great as your knowledge is deep in God's love. So he taught that you needed to really study and understand God's love, as well as study and understand wisdom. So I really thank you, Saint Isidore, for reminding us all to use technology in the greatest and highest good for everyone.
And something really cool that Abby mentioned in the live today about Saint Isidore, because, you know, we all read stories a little bit differently and take something a little bit different away from them. And although he is the saint of knowledge and of technology, something really cool about his past, about his childhood, was that his family, his brothers abused him when he was younger, and it was a very dark life for him, and he would be in this state of seclusion because his brothers would lock him in cellars and do things, and where he found his place of happiness and his joy was in studies. And so that's how he became so knowledgeable, and he valued knowledge so much because it was his source of light in such a dark time. And I just think that it's something really cool to take away in the midst of like utter darkness and being abused and physically, spiritually just being taken down. People can go down that spiral, or they can choose to see the light, and in something really small, whether it's just studying or in just a simple hobby, you can elevate yourself to a place of light by focusing on that piece. And so he took that, and then he became a patron of knowledge and instilled the practices of medicine and arts in all the seminaries and did great things. So Saint Isidore is awesome.
Yeah, he made sure that not only was the study of medicine, but the study of arts were in every single seminary. So he really understood the combination of passion and creativity with wisdom and technology.
So thank you, Saint Isidore. We're thinking about you today, especially as our live went down. And just because I love it, and I have to say it, our On This Day was actually really funny today. Cool. We all love chocolate milk. The patent for chocolate milk powder was on this day in 1828.
1828.
So drink some chocolate milk today and say a little prayer to Saint Isidore for our technology. Thanks, guys.